Hello, world. What's up, guys? This is Dave Van Auken with the Fight Bananas podcast. How's everyone doing? Man, oh man, what a show we have for you guys. I'm so happy to have him back on the Fight Bananas podcast. Loved his first podcast recording with him. Just really genuinely like the man. You know what I mean? Sometimes in life, it's the fight game aside, you just really start to really kind of just get connected with the man, the fighter, outside the cage. You know what I'm saying? So, guys, we're having Thomas Gifford back on the show. Thomas, what a year for 2019. A couple things at the end I will talk to him about. You know, he had that absolute, the UFC Tampa versus Mike Beast Boy Davis. Thomas became like a folk legend. I want to talk to him about that and so much more. Thomas Gifford coming on the Fight Bananas podcast. All right, guys, here we go on the Fight Bananas hotline. Thomas Gifford, how you doing, brother?
Hey, how you doing? I'm doing great.
Man, what a year. 2019 coming to an end. How's everything going with you and your life inside the cage and outside the cage?
Inside the cage, it didn't go too good this year, but outside the cage is fine, and it's great, and I'm going to hopefully turn it around this next year.
Right. Didn't something really big just happen outside the cage for you?
Oh, yeah. I got engaged to my girlfriend of 7.5 years.
There you go. Man, yeah, I saw that on Facebook, man. I was so happy and pumped for you. First of all, yeah, congratulations, man. That's awesome. Very happy for you.
Thank you.
Yes, sir. We'll go back one time to Tampa. I'm more interested in just talking about you and the game itself, talking about 2020, and then it looks like you just got a fight announcement, so we'll get into that. But we'll just literally wrap this up. UFC Tampa, you fought Mike Beast Boy Davis, and I kind of talked about it on the intro, Thomas. Like, I don't know how much you felt it, or going forward from the media or just people around. You became like a folk legend after that fight. So many people were just had so much respect for you after the fight. I just didn't think they really knew who you were, and going forward. So kind of put a bow and end the UFC Tampa and kind of wrap up the Mike Beast Boy Davis fight. Did you feel that afterwards, or were you disappointed maybe just in the loss?
Really, I didn't really care about any of that. I was just happy that I was okay and that my career wasn't over, because, after a couple hours, I watched the fight, and I wasn't pleased with myself at all. And, I didn't expect anybody to look up on me because of what I did, but, I'm glad that they did, and it did have that turnaround. But it didn't give Mike the praise that he should have gotten, which it's kind of good in my favor, but kind of horrible if it happened to me. If I was in Mike Davis' position, I would like more recognition for what he done.
Right.
Instead of me being such a Terminator in there, not going down no matter what he had.
Right. Well, just even that, Thomas, like this, your answer is that. That's why I respect you and like you so much, just to be blunt about it. Just you're always kind of shining the light and trying to say, hey, Mike deserved what he, got and all that stuff. I just love that. One thing I kind of picked up, you were just saying that you weren't happy with your performance. Is that something, you wish 100% you can go back on that night and do it different? Would you love to get back inside the octagon with Mike maybe one more time? Or you're ready just to move on and just move past it?
Oh, no. I'm always itching to show that was just me pausing right in front of the headlights. I walked in there and I hit him with a jab, and then I clearly seen the right hand coming. I just didn't react to it, and it clearly knocked me senseless from the first round on.
Right.
I wasn't moving or dodging any punches just because I really wasn't aware of anything, and I was just going through the motions, really. In my eyes, it's just like I get flashbacks now because I got knocked out afterwards. But in my mindset, that was just me going through the motions, because I've always taken punishment in the third round. They're so tired that I can overcome them. And
right.
He wasn't as tired as I thought he was.
Right. He does have a motor. He does. They call him Beast Boy for a reason. One thing I I've talked to Brock a couple times past that. He said he would love to have that fight against you with so much respect. Two very, has values, and Brock would love to mix it up with you. Are you, 1% disappointed that you never got to scrap with Brock Weaver?
Oh, yeah, definitely, 100%.
Okay.
I was so ready for that fight, and then it happened, and I had picked Mike Davis to replace him. But, I mean, some people say it might be a mistake, but I kind of look at it as an eye-opener. Like, I was ready for one guy, but I couldn't take this other guy that was totally different. And, I mean, I didn't prepare for him, but I should have been able to switch my motors and been able to take on somebody like Mike Davis, because I've been in the boxing ring a bunch and people that box like that all the time. But I was dead set on standing and trading with him, and I got caught. I mean, it happens. But
Right.
with Brock Weaver, he doesn't throw combinations like that. He's not as fast as Mike Davis. He don't have that kind of head movement, so it would have been more of a brawl. And I really don't think he's got that much power, knowing that Mike Davis stops everybody in his fights, and then Brock always gets by decision.
Wow. Okay. Yeah. And before that, Thomas, before the 2 UFC fights, 5 wins in a row, and still 27 years old. It's like you got tons of potential, tons of time. Talking about that, you're going right around. Looks like February 29th. You're already kind of lined up. You're already locked into a fight, Pyramid Fights, fighting Stephen New. So how did this come to be?
Manager just said, "Hey, we're booking you for February," and since I got kicked out of the UFC, the best way to make the most money is to do a hometown crowd and get a little bit off a ticket. So
Right.
I plan on selling out the crowd and making a little bit of change right there. And I mean, everybody's been wanting me to fight in Arkansas since 2013. So I mean, everybody's getting what they want, and I mean, it's not much to me except for a couple plane tickets to Colorado, and that's all my training is going to be.
And okay, so
I mean,
I was just saying, okay, so fighting in Arkansas, like, what's do you want to get a couple in a row? Is there something, what's kind of mixed martial art wise, what's your goal going into 2020? Is there something you're definitely trying to get? Are you trying to get back into the UFC no matter what? Or you just, hey, if you could pick up 3-4 fights, especially in your hometown, state, all that, is that something that interests you?
Yeah, it really doesn't bother me, and I really don't care. The way I've always done it is to rack up wins fast. If I win in the first round, I'm going to have another fight coming up. If I have a decision fight, then I mean, I might not fight for a couple months, but I'm going to try to have at least 4 or 5 fights and try to get back in any big promotion that wants me in there. I don't care if it's UFC or Bellator or anything like that. I don't know, just explore my options,
Right. And that's one thing I would think if you're a mixed martial artist right now, 2019, 2020, there's been so much, PFL are signing a lot of guys up. They just signed Rory McDonald this past week. Bellator, Bellator signs up a lot of guys. ONE FC signs lighter weight classes a lot. So there's just, to me, a ton of potential to get picked up by one of these major organizations going forward.
Oh, yeah, definitely. And my options are always open, really, because money talks.
Absolutely, man. Absolutely. Especially, been married, money definitely talks, especially when you tie the knot,
Mm-hmm.
Okay, man, I got a couple questions for you. The Fight Bananas community, we call it Going Bananas. Just 10 fun questions. First thing that comes to your mind or a story, whatever, you can take it. All right.
All right.
A vacation spot, tropical or cold weather?
Tropical. I hate the cold weather.
Okay. Outside of mixed martial arts, what's your favorite activity?
Probably watching movies or going fishing.
Ooh, okay. What's your been your go-to movie lately?
Yeah, Jumanji.
Jumanji. Okay, that's that junk. I love it. The Rock. He's putting the titles on.
I'm going to watch it for the second time tonight.
There you go. He's putting the titles on Georgie Masvidal, and he's making Jumanji. The guy's an icon.
Oh yeah.
Who's your all-time favorite mixed martial artist?
Anderson Silva.
Yeah, that's a good one. What's the last book you read?
The Power of a Positive Team.
Your first job?
It was being a logger.
Wow, logger. We haven't heard that one yet. Are you a dog or a cat person?
Dog.
What is your favorite sports team?
Patriots.
Ooh, New England Patriots. Are they going to do it this year?
Oh, yeah, definitely. Tom
Ooh.
Brady's going to take it all the way. He's going to get there, man.
I love it. I love it. What actor would play you in a movie about you?
Ooh, that's a hard one. I wouldn't know.
Let's see. Got the hair. Maybe the Aquaman guy. The Aquaman's got good hair like you.
He's huge, though.
He is huge. He's a big boy.
I mean, he can play me, Made me look a lot better. What's up?
Oh, my goodness. What's your favorite day of the week?
Probably Friday.
Friday. Okay. Last one, my man. What is your absolutely dream fight?
For me, or just
yes, sir.
To see?
Actually, I love it. Let's do both. You're in it. Thomas Gifford, main event, Madison Square Garden versus. And then if you were a spectator, if you were in the front row, any era, any time you had a ticket to watch two men battle it, or a woman, who would there be?
Well, the first one, I want to fight Nate Diaz in the main event.
Ooh.
That would be the dream fight of mine.
Yes, sir.
And then front row seats, I want to see Mighty Mouse and Tim Elliott go at it again.
Ooh, Mighty Mouse. That man does not get enough credit. His last decade, a lot of people have been doing this whole decade thing. Definitely, yeah. Mighty Mouse does not get the credit he deserves for being a mixed martial artist. And one of the best of the last decade, easily, right?
He's killing it over there at one.
Yes, sir.
He tops John Jones, I think.
Wow. Oh, that's a debate for another time. That's a whole other episode. The Jones or Mighty Mouse debate. Man, Thomas, man, we appreciate you so much. You're fighting February 29th, Pyramid Fights, Pyramid 15. I'll give you the floor. Any kind of sponsors, any kind of plugs, people can follow you wherever you want to send the people. Send them.
Thomas the Young Lion Gifford on Facebook, Thomas_Gifford_MMA on Instagram, and Thomas Gifford MMA on Twitter. And then we got All Points Transports. We got Arch Wheel and Tire, and Gifford Logging.
Love it. There comes the login. Login twice in one episode. That's the first here for the Fight Bananas.
It's for the family.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I'm a third-generation logger.
Man, that's epic. That's awesome, man. Very happy, man. I'm just so happy. Continued success inside and outside the cage. Congratulations to you and your fiance. Very happy for you here at the Fight Bananas podcast. Thomas, man, have a great day. Have a great rest of the week.
All right, thank you. I appreciate it. You too.
All right, brother. Bye.
Bye.
There we go, guys. That was Thomas Gifford on the Fight Bananas podcast. Wow. That's a year, right? Being engaged, fighting in the UFC, living out dreams. Just big ups to Thomas Gifford. We had him on the podcast, I would guess, 4 to 5 months ago, and we got a ton of feedback. We love it. You can always slide into my DMs on Instagram at David Van Auken. You can always slide in on the Twitter game. Same thing. Follow at David Van Auken. Send those questions into Fight Bananas. We're going to have one of those Q&A shows soon. We did one a couple, probably 20 episodes ago. We're going to throw another one on there. So send in your Q&As. Put your name and your city or your state, whatever you want to rep. And slide them in there to the Fight Bananas official on Instagram. Guys, give Thomas_Gifford_MMA a ton of love. Continued success for him and everyone listening to it. If you guys are listening to it right now, send more people this way. Send your neighbors, send family members, send enemies, whoever you want. Send them all. And we also got some deals. We got great stuff at Fusion CBD products. We got great stuff at WarhammerFightwear.com. We got a ton of great hoodies right now at Warhammer Fightwear, WarhammerFightwear.com. Also, I'm telling you guys, check out NStillNutrition.com. And I know it's really hard. Sometimes the budget's a little tight. I get it. You know what I mean? But it's so good for your body. You know what I mean? There's just this joint jiu-jitsu. It takes care of these nooks and crannies. It's worth every single penny. Continue success, stay blessed, and stay bananas.